Hello friends, you are welcome to our literary channel Academic Domain. Today I am going to discuss sonnet number 34, Like as a Ship by Edmund Spenser. It will be line by line explanation of the sonnet in English language. And friends, if you want to listen the explanation of the same sonnet in Hindi language, please click the link given below in description box. And friends, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it and press the bell icon to get notified my new videos. Please like, share and comment to grow my channel and for the benefits of other people. So, before going to the explanation of the poem, we will discuss few points about the works of Edmund Spenser. Edmund Spenser was born in 1552-53 and died in 1599. He was an English poet. Actually, about his birth year, it is not confirmed, but according to most critics, it is 1552. His first poetic work is The Shepherd's Calendar, which was published in 1579, and his masterpiece is The Fairy Queen, which is which is composed in 6 books. First 3 books were published in 1590, and the second 3 books were published in 1596. And his other poetic collection is Complaints, which was published in 1591, which is a collection of 9 poems. Now his another masterpiece is Amorety, which was published in 1595. It includes the sequence of 89 sonnets along with a series of short poems called Anacreontics and Epithalamion. So we can say that Amorety includes 89 sonnets, some short poems which are known as Anacreontics and Epithalamion. Now, Epithalamion is an ode written to his bride Elizabeth Boyle. So, we can say that Epithalamion is a nuptial song which is composed on the occasion of his own marriage with Elizabeth Boyle, and Prothalamion, which has full title as a spousal verse in honor of the double marriage of Lady Elizabeth and Lady Catherine Somerset. So again, Prothalamion is a nuptial song, is a wedding song on the marriage of other people, and who are those other girls, who are those other ladies? Those are Lady Elizabeth and Lady Catherine Somerset, and whose marriage that took place with Henry Guildford and William Peter, that Baron Peter, respectively. Now, while discussing the sonnet, we know that there are 14 lines in the sonnets, and this sonnet is based on Shakespearean or the English pattern, which includes 3 quatrain and 1 couplet. And this sonnet is taken or extracted from Amorety. It is sonnet number 34. So the poet says that, like as a ship that through the ocean wide, by conduct of some star doth make her way, when as a storm hath dimmed her trusty guide, out of her course doth wander fall astray. So the poet says that here poet compares himself with the ship and his beloved with a pole star, with a lord star, with a north star. He says that, like as a ship, the way a ship used to go in the ocean. The ship used to be in the ocean. The people travel with the ship in the ocean. That through the ocean wide, it means that in the wide ocean, my situation is like a ship in the wide ocean, in the wide sea, by conduct of some star, how the ship is guided, how it is traveling on its path, how by conduct of some star, it is guided by some star. It is the direction is given by some star. What is that star? That is pole star. Doth make her way. So when it is guided by some star, it goes on the right direction. So the poet says here that, like a ship, as a ship in the ocean wide, in the wide ocean, makes her way, goes on the right direction by the conduct of some star, because it is guided by some star. It is motivated, or it is guided by some star. The direction is showed by some star. When then what happens? when as a storm hath did dimmed her trusty guide. Then what happens if the storm had dimmed, covered her trusty guide. Trusty guide here is used for the star, for the pole star, which used to guide the ship. So the poet says that the ship is guided by the pole star, the ship is guided by the star, and suppose if there is a storm in the ocean and the pole star and the guiding star is covered by the storm, is covered by the cloud, then what happens? Out of her course doth wander far astray. Then what happens when the star is covered by the storm, when the star is covered by the cloud, it won't be able to guide the ship. The ship will not be able to guide it. Then what will happen? Out of her course, then the ship will be out of her way. It will wander in the ocean. It will lose its direction. It won't be able to reach on the destination. It won't be able to reach to the destination. So out of her course doth wander. Then what happens? The ship wanders far astray on the wrong direction. So the poet is trying to say that as a ship who is guided by the pole star, who is guided by the guiding star, and suppose there is a storm in the ocean and there is a storm in the sky and the star is clouded and the star is covered by the cloud, then it won't be able to guide the ship. Then what will happen? The ship will wander here and there. The ship will lose its way. Now the second stanza. So now the poet compares himself with the ship, and he is telling that my situation is like the ship now. So I whose star, my situation is like a ship, and my star that was accustomed with her bright way. And my star was accustomed to guide me. I was accustomed to be guided by my star. My situation is like a ship. I am like a ship. Me to direct, who was guiding me, who was directing me the right path, the right direction. With clouds is overcast, and what happened? It is overcast by the cloud. It is covered by the cloud. My star is covered by the cloud, and I am like a ship, so I don't have right direction now. I don't have right path now. So here we can say that the relationship between the poet and his beloved, the relationship between Edmund Spenser and Elizabeth Boyle were not good. So that's why maybe they were estranged. That's why the poet is telling that his star, his guiding star, his pole star is covered with cloud, and he is not able to be guided by his star. That's why he is wandering here and there. Do wander now. Then what happened when his star is covered by the cloud, and he is not being guided by the star? Then what happens? Do wander now. Then poet, then lover wanders here and there, and what happens? He loses his way in darkness and dismay. How he wanders? In darkness and dismay. There's a storm in the ocean and there's a dark everywhere, and dismay means that is anxiety, distress, fear. So there's a fear in the mind of the poet, in the mind of the lover, and he is and everywhere there's a darkness, and he is wandering here and there with fear, with anxiety, with distress, through hidden perils. How? Through hidden perils. They are round about me placed, and there are perils everywhere, there are danger everywhere. So because he is not he is not being guided by his pole star, he is not being guided by his star, so he loses his way, he loses his direction, and then what happens? There is danger everywhere. So in the third stanza, the poet says that, yet hope I well that when this storm is past, my hell is the lodestar of my life will shine again and look on me at last with lovely light to clear my cloudy grief. But there is a hope in the mind of the poet. He says that, yet I hope well. I hope, I expect that this storm will not be for long. He says that, yet hope I will that when this storm is past, when this storm is past, when my star will be able to guide me, when our relationship will be harmonious, when we will have a good relationship again, then what will happen? My Hellis. Here he used Hellis for his beloved, the Lord star, that is pole star, that is guiding star of my life, who used to guide the poet, who used to guide the lover, will shine again. The star who used to guide the lover will shine again, because the storm will pass, and the cloud will be cleared, and look on me at last. And then the star will look at the poet, will look at his lover again. It means that it will show the light again, it will show the right direction again to the lover, with lovely light to clear my cloudy grief. And then the star, the beloved, will look at the poet, look at the lover again. How? With a lovely light to clear my cloudy grief. When she will look at the poet, at the lover, then what will happen? His grief, his sorrows will be cleared. His cloud of the grief, his cloud of the sorrows will be clear, and he will be able to go on the right direction. Now this is the couplet. Now it is the conclusion, and the poet says here that, till then I wander careful, comfortless, in secret sorrow and sad pensiveness. So there is a hope in the mind of the poet. There is a hope in poet that one day his star will guide again. One day the cloud will be cleared from the star, and till then, till that time, what he will do? He has to wander. Till that time, he has to wait. Till that time, he has to be in the sorrow. So he says that, till then, I wander careful, comfortless. Till that time, I will wander here and there without any direction. How? Comfortless, without comfort, in secret sorrow and sad pensiveness. How I will wander? There will be sorrow, there will be sorrow, there will be pensiveness, there will be sadness, there will be melancholy in my heart. And till then, till my star guides me again, till then I will wander without any direction. I will wander without aim, here and there, with sorrow, with pensiveness, and in melancholy.